I have a lot of gratitude for Mike because he kind of discovered me in the sense that he put me into my first big film and also was there nurturing me with Warren Beatty and Jack Nicholson, who were both marvelous to approve my casting. But you know, I was it wasn't that I was green as an actress, but I was sort of green as a person. I was at these movie stars, and I just
movie stars,
big movie stars, and I kept looking at Warren Beatty, and all I could think of was Splendor in the Grass. You know, and that wasn't. No, you can't think about things like that. You have to act with them now. And certainly Mike was a big influence, and Arvin Brown, who you know, when after I finished my television show, and it was in one of those real slough of Despons, and the sails were down, there was no wind, and it was Arvin who, at the Long Wharf Theater, who asked me to do Joe Egg at Williamstown, and that was a huge curve in the road for me. And I did it with Richard Dreyfuss at Williamstown, and that started another chapter in my life.
Were you frightened of doing that?
No, I wasn't frightened of it. I was a little frightened because I'd had this big shift in my own personal and professional life, but I knew I had to go back to what I'd started out doing, which was acting on stage when I was at Harvard.
What was the shift in your personal life?
I was getting divorced. I was leaving California. You name it. My shrink died even. My shrink died. I mean, it was like a joke. It was everything happened at once. And I said, well, if you're going to clean the swimming pool, you got to take out all the water first. So I was clearly emptying out the pool. I said, can I fill it up now, please? Yeah. It was a very interesting, difficult, about 6-8 months of my life. And then Arvin called and said, would you like to do this? And when we did it, it went to great success, and went to Long Wharf, and people, he said, well, wasn't she that girl from Greece? Like I was a go-go dancer. Not that there's anything wrong with being a go-go dancer.